Good afternoon, Cancer. Welcome to Sin Concepts Tarot. My name is Cynthia, and today we are doing that timeless month ahead reading update. So what that means, Cancer, at time of viewing this video, whether you are Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising, something should resonate for you. So I'd like you to do, use that intuition of yours and only focus on those things that do. Anything else, just leave it for another Cancer who's obviously viewing this reading as well. Now today, I pack a lot into these monthly readings. So we're going to do a Celtic cross using the Chris Ann Light Seers deck, as well as we'll end up do a general reading on that. Then we'll pull 4 of the Chris Ann Muse Tarot deck cards for each of the 4 weeks in the month ahead and clarify those with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. After doing the tarot readings, stay tuned because I am going to pull an oracle card from the Awenides Oracle deck, as well as the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck and a Moonology card for you too. So it is really packed full. There is a lot to focus on, contemplate, and tease out the details in the upcoming month. So let's get started, not waste any more time. We're going to start with the Light Seers deck. Like I said, a Celtic cross. In the main object, we have the 4 of Cups. Challenge for you, the 8 of Cups. Now, Cancer, recently in the past, we had the Ace of Swords, and progressing forward, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Your conscious wants and desires is the Justice card, and your subconscious is the 6 of Swords. Now, coming into how you see yourself in the month ahead, as well as how others see you, your hopes, fears, and dreams, and the final outcome in the staff. Let's set this deck aside and focus back in on the main objective. In the heart of the cross here, we have 4 cups. Now, Cancer, this is all about feeling a disappointment, discontent, being stubborn about new divine offerings coming your way, especially focused on love or abundance of love and connection, because this is a divine offer, but you are completely ignoring it. And the reasoning is perhaps because in the past you've walked away. The 8 of Cups is here. That's your challenge. Your past. You've walked away without looking back. The flame there is still lit, as we can see. So that could be a challenge. There could still be some passion, some interest in this past relationship, and you didn't fully walk away from it. Could be your challenge. And you're focused in on those 3 cups that didn't quite fill up completely. And now the divine is offering you this new, very abundant cup, as you can see, but you're not interested. You're a little bit, you're stubbornly refusing to look at the offer, and just, a little bit, disconcerting there. You're disappointed in relationships at this time, whether it is partnerships romantically or even within family relationships. There might be some discontent there. Let's focus in on the recent past. You have Ace of Swords. So you had recently in the past started a whole new cycle of communication, understanding. You gain that mental clarity. You can see you're just all, fresh ideals and thoughts and popping off in your head, and you're like, oh, just wanting to share it. And so you're sharing, you're telling everybody everything. You're so excited with this new cycle of communication and understanding. Now, progressing forward in the month ahead, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So you're very independent at this point. You're going in there, the month ahead, showing you very successful as an independent. Now, I always say Miss Independent because it depicts a female on the card, but it can be Mr. Independent as well. It's just the energy of being, financially savvy. You got your home, you're paying your utility bills, you got it all covered. You don't need anybody assistance or help. You can just do it yourself. But that, of course, comes into play. That is whether that's what you want or is that where you're at. We'll find out as we go on, because you're seeking justice. You want a fair and balanced outcome for everybody. You're seeking that balancing, that harmony, the equality thing. You want justice to be served, but you want it to be done justly, just all across the board, not just for you, but everyone, to have a fair and balanced outcome. That's what you're consciously seeking out from the universe, whether it's in prayers, whether it's just saying, oh, I hope this works out, or you know what I mean. Whenever you verbalize or even think of things, outwardly to the source, the universe, the creator, even to your higher self, you're making that connection and it is being heard. So always remember that. So consciously, you're saying this. Now, we do have a subconscious as well. So unconsciously, we are verbalizing, sending messages to the universe as well. And actually, and more, usually a lot of times it's more with images rather than words that are going forward to the universe because you're in that theta beta levels. You know, you have the alpha level where you're wide awake, and that's where your conscious side comes in the most. And then you go into the theta and beta levels, deeper zones of meditation or sleep and dream states. And that's when you really connect with the divine source. You're connected to everything else. And when you reach that delta stage, that's usually when, well, you're shut down. You're in that recovery mode, and the divine source and everything's in that repair mode subconsciously within you. Your body's repairing itself as well, so you don't disrupt the delta level. But the theta beta levels, that's where you're communicating with the source on what your dreams and desires are. And right now, Six of Swords, Cancer. Your main thing is, yeah, consciously you want the fair, equal balance, and justice served for all. But it's all regarding the just deeply wanting to avoid drama, wanting to avoid conflict, chaos. You just want to get away from it. You want to just walk away, get away. You want that change. You don't want chaos. You don't want to face it. You don't want to deal with it. All your desires and dreams are all based around this. I don't want to deal with the conflict. I want to get away from drama, conflict, chaos. Don't want it. And that's what you're sending out to the universe. And that's what it's hearing. The only thing about that is when you're focused on the negative, if you focus too much on the chaos and that you want to get away and you're using those negative imageries or, focus on it, you're going to attract more of it. Because that's how it works. The universe, attraction, rules. I mean, I didn't make it up there. You're going to attract that negativity, that more chaos, more conflict in you subconsciously. And you're like, well, I can't control that. How am I? Well, you can, because it's how you live your daily life consciously. And it definitely, as you build up that more positive visualization of things, doing that kind of as they do dream boarding or whatever, vision boarding, I guess they call it, putting all those positive images up there, focusing on your home, your love, family, abundance, and your happiness. Focus on the joys in your daily walking life and imagery when your thoughts are going there. If you start to go down, no, twist it around, kind of like the Six of Swords, turn around, do it. But I'll be honest, in here, you're facing the conflicts. Like I said, you're not traveling away from it. This Six of Swords and Light Tarot, you're going full board right towards all that chaos and conflict. And that's why I said subconsciously, oh yeah, you're saying let's confront it. Let's do it, to the universe. No. Pull back. You want to, like attracts like. And just as you start to envision more positive and dare say maybe rose-colored glasses sometimes, just to really, consciously embed that in your subconscious, because it's kind of like a neurolinguistic programming. You practice, you do something over and over and over again, and then that habit, that action, that practice becomes a habit, and you don't even realize you're doing it. And subconsciously, you don't realize you're still containing that positive habit subconsciously, and that's why you attract and manifest the blessings. Now, as we see, future outcome, you are doing quite well for yourself. You're happy. You're doing it all on your own. It's going well for you. You don't need anybody's assistance. You're able just to handle and enjoying your life. Now, how you see yourself? Well, Cancer, you see yourself as this Piscean high priestess energy coming out here. Extremely intuitive, and you are Cancer. As well as tapping in, gaining knowledge and more insight from your own inner guidance. That's how you're seeing yourself. You're taking this time, you're really tapping in, seeking that inner light to guide you in your own unique journey path. Now, how others are seeing you, well, they may be seeing you being a little stubborn, not listening to their opinions, but they do see you kind of, really understanding that, yeah, you're really, staying true to your own opinion, your own guidance. You're standing firm. You put a, you put up your own boundaries there. They do see that, and that you're, probably not listening to others' opinions. And we kind of get that a little bit there, where you're, even here, you're just kind of really off in your own thing and focus and meditating, contemplating your own future. And that is how people are seeing you now. Moving in the month ahead, your hopes, fears, and dreams. We have the end of the completion cycle here, the World card, major arcana, the end of the hero's journey. But that just means you're getting ready to level up and begin a new journey. Now, true, it's in the hopes and fears. So you are hoping, Cancer, for this completion. Let's end this, let's start anew. But at the same time, you're a little bit fearful of it. You're like, oh, got to start all over again. And so you're in this new independent state. You're extremely hopeful about this new beginning, this new start, but at the same time, you're a little worried about this new beginning, this new start, and especially all on your own. But I am seeing, I'm feeling good energy here for you, Cancer. I really am. The Knight of Swords is your final outcome card in the Celtic Cross. Knight of Swords, yeah, this is finding your own truth. But sometimes, this card is so fast, sometimes things can get a little out of hand or out of control. So you do need to kind of temper that a little bit. Chase after your dreams. You got this whole new communication. It's fast energy. It is so fast, sometimes it can get out of control. So temper that a little bit there. But the final outcome is you're going to be moving forward real fast with this new beginning. And it's going to be exciting. You do have this brand new start, this whole new communication style you've begun. And it's going to be in your favor. It is going to work for you, gaining knowledge, the knowledge and the wisdom of mental clarity to communicate to other people exactly what you need. You're going to pull out that energy that others will start to understand where you're coming from, and it's going to be most beneficial for you. So let me go ahead and pull this aside. That's the Celtic Cross. And now I'm going to grab the Muse Tarot deck for you. And like I said, promise, we're going to pull 4 cards for each of the weeks in the month ahead. So let's get you 4. And this is a Chris Ann Muse Tarot deck as well. So I love the backgrounds on these. These are wonderful. All right, so let's go ahead and pull you 4 cards out. And I'm going to set this one aside. It was over here. Somehow got shuffled into this deck, and we'll see what it is at the end of this reading. Alrighty. We're just not even going to look at it right now. It belongs to the Light Seers Tarot deck. We'll see why it was hiding over here in the Muse Tarot in a little bit. Let's start here. The first week ahead in the month, we have Awakening card. All right. And second week, we have the 5 of Emotions. Third week, we have 7 of Voices. And the final week, Cancer, you have 4 of Emotions. Yeah, it's similar to that 4 of Cups you had in your Celtic Cross over there. All right, so I'm going to grab the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck as well. And we are just going to go ahead and shuffle these cards, because I'm going to use this deck to clarify each one of these weeks as we go along. Just get a little more detail out here for you, Cancer. Starting with week 1 there, we got that Awakening. Awakening, this is a major arcana card, Cancer. Awakening is similar to the Judgment card. It's a call to take action, but it's awakening to your true, authentic self. Leave that social identity. As everyone, they do see you in a different perspective, and trying to live up and wear the mask that society or others want you to wear is not being true to you. So this Awakening card in the first week is all about going within, really contemplating, who are you? Yeah, Cancer, who are you now? As we see, you're becoming Miss Independent or Mr. Independent. This first week is all about, who are you? What do you want? Where are you going? How are you going to do it? How are you going to be true to you, Cancer? So the call to take action now is all about action now to be true to yourself. Now that may sound selfish, but it isn't. It is about really showing the world who you really are, Cancer. No more identities, no more self-imposed social identities. Be true to yourself and let the world see who you really are, Cancer. And to clarify that, we have, yeah, there we are. Second right there. There's Judgment card. Same thing as this Muse Awakening card. It's just a little bit different style, but it's showing you, leave that old identity behind. Rise up. Be true to your soul self there. Rise up. Time to take action is now, and it's the call to take action is happening there. And that's doubly so, so pay attention to that because it's confirming upon confirmation. You also have the King of Wands at play here, as well as the Knight of Pentacles. So this King of Wands energy, this is a masculine energy, is inspirational, it's motivational, charming, charismatic, sometimes making impulsive decisions. There's a lot of fiery characteristics like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming into play here. But now this could be within your own natal chart, Cancer, or in another's. Take it as it resonates and apply it where it needs to be. Now we also have this Knight of Pentacles energy coming in. This is one of the slowest progressive knights in the tarot deck. Now this could also be pulling out some down-to-earth, earthy characteristics of being dependable, stable, loyal, measuring twice and then cutting once, some of that, but it's a very slow, progressive, but cautious energy. It's ensuring there is a solid foundation before stepping and moving forward. So you could definitely be using these characteristics yourself and applying them to yourself as you are rediscovering who you really are, pulling upon those characteristics, but just doing so cautiously. I mean, you got a double Judgment and Awakening here, rising up, be true to your authentic self. You're just feeling, I am, maybe be a little more authentic. I'm going to be cautious and just take my time and make sure, I don't rise up too quickly and just, scare everybody like, who's this? Who is this? Right? Okay, that's in week 1. Week 2, we have the 5 of Emotions. Now, 5 emotions, it's a feeling of being left out in the cold, abandoned, isolated. 5s are all about changes, though. So know that even though you may be feeling this lack, feeling a little bit like an ice queen almost, you can get over emotional, Cancer. Look at the water. It's already up to the waist there of emotions. There's been a lot of emotional stress, and some of it, maybe you've turned a cold shoulder to. And while you may be feeling like isolated or a feeling of abandonment, left out in the cold, I got a feeling that may be a little more self-imposed upon yourself. In other words, I have a feeling that you kind of put yourself in this self-imposed isolation. And perhaps it's for your own good. We'll tease out some more details here with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck as well, but I am seeing this, because of the emotions. There was a flood of emotions here, perhaps with that past relationships and issues that created that discontent for you and that disappointment and emotions and abundance, affection, understandings, and stuff that you kind of self-imposed yourself here, taking yourself out of the loop, so to speak, just taking some time for yourself. But times you may kind of be feeling a little victimhood here, a little martyrdom of, oh, woe's me, I'm all alone. But once again, you kind of put yourself there. You need to pull yourself out of that negativity, that martyrdom state. So Cancer, yeah, we got the 6 of Wands. Oh my goodness, this is all, you definitely put this here because there is 6 of Wands. This is all about acknowledgement, recognition. That's coming into play, and maybe you weren't receiving all the acknowledgement, recognition that you wanted. The Knight of Swords is here. This is a really fast action, communication, understanding coming towards you regarding success. Now, if there was some question right before you seen this card, what was it? Because this card is the only card in Major Arcana that says definitely yes. It's the most successful, joy. It's a new beginning, new rebirth card coming into play. So there is some new beginning. It is stemming out from you taking this time to self-reflect, maybe, deal with this feeling of isolation and recognizing you're not. That everyone's over here ready to acknowledge and recognize you. You just gotta, step up with this new understanding, this new way of communicating, and move forward quickly. You'll gain the recognition. That's what's going to bring about your success, and also bring about where you're not alone. Everybody's waiting for you to come out of this cycle in the second week. You're going to self-impose it on you, but just remember, everyone's waiting here. They're ready to acknowledge and recognize your truth, your true authentic self. That, like I said, you were sitting here putting yourself in that position, but everyone's awaiting to recognize and acknowledge that, you've gone through a lot, Cancer, understandably. But don't fall into martyrdom. This is what I'm reading here. Third week, month ahead, we have the Seven of Voices. All right, Seven of Voices. Now that a lot of times Seven of Voices can be you deceiving others or others deceiving you. Now this could be, taken as, really keeping secrets and whatnot. And it can be for a strategy in play. Don't take it as necessarily, they're lying to me. Oh, no. This is, sometimes some truths you don't, especially when you're coming out of an emotional trauma bond situation. Cancer, as we've seen there, you were isolated, trying to find your true authentic self coming out and all that. Well, a lot of times you going to strategize, and here you are in the third week in the month ahead. You're strategizing. I see that here, as well as trying to be your authentic self. Maybe just taking baby steps more so. I'm feeling a little unsure how to communicate what you truly want, and perhaps just trying to strategize, not necessarily want to throw everything on the table, and you want to protect yourself, protect your heart. Let's clarify that reasoning for the strategy. And yeah, I can see that. The reason for the strategy is you do want this Ten of Cups, the abundant, happy family. You can see that there. It's just extreme abundance. The unicorn and rainbows card, desire. You want a happy ending here, a blessed, bountiful, abundant, happy ending. So you're strategizing. You're strategizing to realize that dream and desire. And the completion of the world is here as well. We had that in your Celtic cross over here as a final, or not the final outcome, but the progressing forward. There is a completion of that cycle you're going through, and that is a good thing. It could be that was your hopes and fears that we had that card in. I'm looking now. The completion card is there. This is, finding this abundant blessing. And tens are completions of cycles as well. Completed cycle, as well as transformation card. The Scorpio death card coming in play. This is a very transformative card. This is like a rebirth. It is, you see the dawning of the new day there. This is part of that rising up, and it's perfectly in line with that transformation that you're undergoing. Leave the old past behind. Learn your mistakes and failures, but rise up. Be true to yourself, your new self, your true self, your soul self, your higher self is calling out to you to remove the mask and be your authentic self. You like I said, you can be somewhat deceiving yourself a little bit, saying, wanting to wear a mask a little bit more, trying to be sly, be slick. The foxes are clever, aren't they? But at the same time, that can be deceptive to yourself as well, especially at a time like this when you're needing to be true to yourself and your identity. So slowly, it's understandable. I understand the practicality of trying to protect your heart after emotional trauma bond. But we're going through these cycles, and they're going through the cycles for new beginnings, completion. So to resolve and complete this, you do have to go through that death and rebirth, transform yourself, and move in. Because once again, the final week, what do we got here? Four of emotions. Yeah, it's no different than the main object that we had with your Celtic cross, those Four of Cups. That discontentment, that disappointment. Refusing to accept that new divinely offered abundance. So you're feeling a little bit trapped there. There's a divine offering coming towards you, and this is going to be there by the final end of this month. You got this divine offering, and you're still just a little stuck in your head, stuck in your past, focused on the empty cup instead of the cup full or half full, I guess as it goes with the phrase. So let's put some clarifiers here, Cancer, on that Four of Emotions for you. See if we can clarify for the end of the month here. End of the month ahead here. Yeah, oh yeah, there we go. All right, so we have the King of Swords coming out here. Cancer. King of Swords, this is that air quality energy like Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Get it out of me. Those air signs. You got those qualities of justice, fair and balanced, truth, nothing but the truth. There's not a lot of love or emotions freely given with the King of Swords. They focus on truth, practicality, logic, gaining knowledge. They're very intelligent. They make decisions, but they do take a little time because they really research and they double research, they double check. They just really want to make sure they have all the facts, and then they make a decision, but then they also stick to it, stubbornly stick to it. So you may be pulling out you may have some of these characteristics within your own sign, or just reflecting these characteristics yourself. Or this is regarding the other. The other is seemingly emotionally detached, as they say. And you've got this Queen of Cups coming into play. Now, the Queen of Cups, she's the only one in the Cups series in cycles that actually has a lid on her cup. So she's covered up and capped off her emotions. So she's not overly emotional. And this feminine energy coming out here is definitely, I dare say, you Cancer. All right, you put a lid on your emotional cup here. You're just basically not wanting to be over emotional. You're containing it. You want to be a little more. You gain the wisdom experience, not just let your emotions overflow and share. You only share with those who you deem worthy now. And that's not a bad thing. That's wisdom in practice, wisdom and experience at play there, Cancer. But I definitely see you got the Queen of Cups, King of Swords here. There's a pairing here coming together, as well as a need to self-reflect. You're going within, perhaps having a spiritual awakening in this final week. And the spiritual awakening is all about following or, discovering your own internal, that inner light, your own journey forward, your own unique pathway, whether it is with this King of Swords, or if this King of Swords is just your masculine energy coming out here. The Queen being your feminine, the King, your masculine energy. But you're going within. You're discovering your true path. You're looking at it logically rather than emotionally at this time. Thus, you're somewhat discontent to accept any kind of divine offering of a love or affection at this time. You are independent. You're moving forward in the end of the month being very independent, but you're also going through a spiritual enlightenment, a spiritual awakening, taking the time, going within, being the hermit, being independent, but being a hermit, going within, trying to really discover your true path, your journey in life forward from this point on. So definitely you have a lot of work you're doing with your shadow self, with you rediscovering your true authentic self at this time. I don't see you necessarily jumping on to some new relationship all hunky-dory. You're really truly trying to find your authentic self, and that is perfectly fine. Be independent. Go within, have that spiritual enlightenment, and share that with the world. And then you can accept that divine offering cup that's coming towards you without being disappointed, without being discontent. Spiritual enlightenment, find your journey. It'll guide you forward, Cancer. All right, let me move this aside. And if this is already resonating with you, Cancer, go ahead, hit that like button down below. Or if you care to share, there is a lot here. Something surely must be resonating with you with this month ahead. I'd love to read about it in the comments, how it's uniquely connecting with you individually. As well as if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscription tab down below, as well as that notification bell. That way you'll get notified for free next time I upload another video. All right, Cancer, let's move on to the oracles. Today I'm going to use the Awenides, that Welsh Celtic mystical oracle deck. It's got a lot of these beautiful creative art design mandalas on the backs of it as well. And generally just looking for affirmation for you to focus and meditate upon. Let's grab you one card for the month ahead. And Cancer, your Awenides oracle card is transparency. I allow my light to shine from within. I share my light and love with those around. Indeed, Cancer, know that love is the power and strength from which we all grow. Follow your instincts, Cancer, and go with the flow of the universe. Move in harmony with the currents of life. You have an enormous amount of power within you to draw upon. So be open and honest with yourself and allow others to see it. All right, let's move on to the Shaman's Dream Oracle card now as well. And I will read from the guidebook therein. Basically, with these monthly readings, I really want to give you a full pack reading. That way you definitely have things to reflect upon or even return to and reflect upon even more with the month ahead, being it's such a long reading. Let's go ahead and get you one Shaman Dream card to reflect and focus upon. And you have the Dragon's Horde, Cancer. This is protecting the future here. Now that number 12 at the top, one little interesting thing I came across online is if you go to Google search engine, tap in angel meaning number 12, and you'll get an additional angel message for your reading the month ahead. Now, also, 12 works into 3, and 3's in tarot is all about collaboration, teamwork, getting together and celebrating with your kindred spirits and having that connection. Now, it too can have to do with some grieving over past losses of something that you were passionate about, as well as waiting for your ship to come in. So that's all in the tarot readings. Let's see what the guidebook says for the Shaman Dream card, the Dragon's Horde. On the card itself, it says protecting the future, but it's also about legacy and true riches. So in the Dragon's Horde, jewels and precious objects scatter the ground, while ancient scrolls inscribed with the wisdom teachings lie within your reach. This is a rich opportunity, Cancer, and you can fill your satchel with the treasures you like best. Take the gifts offered you and dedicate them to the well-being of all, beginning with your own. But beware, Cancer, all that glitters is not gold. Select the precious treasures that will further your spiritual growth and avoid those shiny objects that are empty of real value. Know that the Horde does children. What is the inheritance that you wish to leave for tomorrow? What seeds are you actually planting that you will harvest in your old age and when you are weary? What seeds will bear fruit after you are no longer here? Cancer, the dragon guards the legacy of the future. All who come empty-handed or to fill only their own pockets with gold, well, they lie in a dusty heap of bones. You have been allowed entrance by virtue of your kindness, Cancer, or your spiritual practice, or even just sheer luck. Consider as well that your present, this moment, is the future to the dragon. You may be the one we have all been waiting for, so do not hesitate to take what bequest has been reserved for you, Cancer, since the beginning of time. This is the time to be bold. Do not delay. Do not overthink. Remember to bring an offering for the dragon, lest it believe you are its lunch. A simple prayer will do, Cancer. Alrighty, let me go ahead and set that aside. And finally, Moon Algae. This is one of my favorite decks, and I think it's just because it does offer such a unique alternative additional meanings and affirmations, and just kind of really pulls the reading all together for all of you. Individually, something for you to focus and meditate upon, as well as if you return to focus and meditate upon maybe something different, because it does have alternative meanings. So your Moonology card for the month ahead, Cancer, is the energy is gaining momentum. This is the waxing moon. So let me go ahead and pull up the waxing moon here. All right, Cancer. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen, dreaming that you can create the reality that you're actually dreaming of, though it will take some work and, well, you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions, well, they're building too. So where do you want to go? And do you believe you can actually get there? Either you can just keep meditating, Cancer, and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can actually make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, Cancer, you are most certainly on the right track. So to attune to this moon card, Cancer, say, I know I'm headed in the right direction. You are. Okay, now additional meanings, Cancer. The situation is full of potential. And your dream, it can come true. Also, more effort is yet required. Are you willing to actually give it? Also, review your goals, Cancer, and ensure you're still committed to it. And finally, well, just keep moving forwards, Cancer. Alrighty, I'm going to set that down, and I hope this resonated for you with the month ahead, and we'll catch you next time. Bye. Oh, hold on. Temperance. I did have that card. Temperance. Have patience. Balance out the chemistry at your shadow light side. Definitely got to have that balance. Work on that. Meditate on that too. All right, Cancer. Now, officially, I wish you the best. We'll catch you next time. Bye.